There's a moment when your soul goes quiet, not bitter, not broken, just done. You don't announce it. You don't beg to be seen. You simply recognize the truth. Your peace is worth more than their confusion, as Marcus Aurelius wrote. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. You still care, but they never valued it. You gave a love that would have walked through fire, and they chose the corridor with less heat, less commitment, less truth. So you don't explode, you solidify. You don't try to be understood, you become undeniable. This isn't revenge. It's discipline. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You're final. Words aren't noise, they are weight. You don't want a response, you want impact. You want to become the sentence they can't unhear when the room finally gets quiet. Carl Jung said, you meet your destiny on the road you take to avoid it. They avoided your honesty, your depth, your soul. But life circles back. Not because you begged to be remembered, but because you were too real to forget. So you deliver. Your truth from power, not pain. You don't owe them closure. You owe yourself peace. Peace is your exit. Clarity is your closure. Silence is your reward. Part 2, say it once. Say it clean. Never say it again. When you're finally done, the urge to repeat yourself is the last reflex of old pain. You'll want to explain again, just to make sure they get it. But that's not strength. That's fear looking for validation. Stoicism teaches precision, not pleading. Say it once. Say it clean. Then disappear. Truth does not need rehearsal. Power does not need repetition. As Marcus Aurelius said, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. If you say it twice, it sounds like a request. Say it once, and it becomes a memory. And memories haunt more than messages ever could. Imagine you're under a single spotlight in a dark theater. One microphone, one chance. You don't ramble. You don't shake. You don't list every wound. You speak the one sentence that sets you free and then you leave. No door left open. No, just so you know. No emotional leftovers. They heard you, even if they pretend they didn't. The deepest cuts are often the ones people act like they never felt. But at 2 a.m., when pride is asleep, they'll hear your voice, the calm one that finally meant it. Your final line is your fire exit. Deliver it with stillness. Then walk. Silence becomes your proof that you will never argue for the truth they refuse to face. Affirmation. I said it once. That's enough. Part 3. Speak like a mirror. Not a victim, this isn't the scene where you unravel. Yes. It's the scene where you reflect with calm, with clarity, with unshakable presence. You don't argue. You don't accuse. You mirror. Men are disturbed. Not by things, but by the view they take of them, Epictetus taught. So you return their reflection to them without rage, without tremor, without demand. You're not asking them to feel your pain. You're stating what their actions revealed. Examples. You taught me that silence is often the loudest. Answer. You showed me that when someone values you, they don't make you guess. These aren't attacks. They're revelations. Not for them to approve, for you to accept. Carl Jung warned, people will do anything, no matter. How absurd to avoid facing their own soul. That's why your composure is more piercing than any outburst. You become the first person who didn't let them hide from who they are. Let your final words close like a door not slammed, but locked with intention. They won't remember your rage, they'll remember your stillness. The moment you saw them clearly, and chose to walk away without needing them to see you back. Affirmation. I reflect. I don't chase. Part 4. Name the moment. Not the mistakes, the weak list. Every lie, every red flag, every wound. The Stoic names the moment. Because when you list the past, you invite debate. When you name the present, you establish finality. This is the moment I stop waiting for you to become someone you never planned to be. This is where my story turns. This is the last time I choose you over me. You don't owe them a recap. You already survived it. You already wrote the journals, cried the tears, deleted the messages. Now it's about you. It's about reclaiming authorship over a story that no longer includes them. Seneca said, while we wait for life, life passes. You're done waiting. You're released not to be recognized, but to be reborn. They expected the old script, pleading, explaining, hoping. But this time you don't. This time your silence speaks louder than proof. They won't remember your pain. They'll remember your peace. Affirmation: this is where it ends, and I mean it. Stoic rewrite. Part 5. Regret is inevitable when you become unreadable. Goodbye without a reply, they wrote a script for you. You'd cry, beg, or leave the door open. But Stoic power is stillness plus unpredictability. You don't explode. You evolve quietly. You don't become chaotic. You become unreachable. Say something they didn't expect from the version of you they took for granted. I forgive you, but I'm not waiting for your growth anymore. I saw everything. I simply chose peace. You won't hear from me again. That's not a threat. Then walk. No follow-up. No checking. No response required. The most unforgettable goodbye is the one that needs nothing back. Not a text, not a sorry, not a single emoji. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do, Jung said. You did it. You left with clarity, not performance. You sealed the message with silence, not emotion. Oh, your absence becomes the mirror they can't put down. Let them wonder. Let them rewrite their own memory of you. Let regret grow in the quiet, because you're no longer part of the equation. They're doing math with missing numbers. Affirmations. My goodbye needs no reply. My silence is sacred. I am the echo they'll never forget.